River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The play fake. Here's Hurts. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Throwing is Hurts. Finding room inside the 40. Pushing his way through. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Touchdown, Eagles! David Njoku. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
From the gun on third down, Tannehill. He wants Reynolds way downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Eagles will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, You would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a give coming right is Breida. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
They go play action with Hurts.
Flush to his right. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Marcus May with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead now stands at 13. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Taken in at the 3. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that. Talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Javon Hargrave there on the stop. Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Tannehill. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Hassan Reddick. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. They'll set up a throw. He's going deep for Brown. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Eagles will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So they try to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Hurts on the option right. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And that might be Titan football. It is.
So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Tannehill. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. It's a big play there for Tennessee.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Henry. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 47 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Titans have made this a 1-score game. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead will shrink to 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DK Metcalf, 81 yards. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Henry again on 2nd down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's going deep for Brown. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now, first down run with Henry that time as he maneuvers forward for about 4 yards.
Now, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. They'll run. It's Henry. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Tannehill. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And Bullock will put this one through. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked out since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. From a yard or turn, and he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. Looking downfield for Jones. And that one almost intercepted. Boy, he's got 2 already, nearly a 3rd, but not to be, and it's 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. He's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And this is caught by Watkins. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
And one more time, that's Watkins. Touchdown!
Quez Watkins.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Mike 13. Mike 13. He's coming. He's coming. Check in. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Mike 13. Mike 13. He's coming. He's coming. Check in.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taken in at the 22.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total.
2nd and 10.
Here's a handoff left side to Breida. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
He completes it to Julio Jones.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And until that point, we haven't seen Julio Jones. That's hard to believe here this late in the game.
And no one more frustrated than Julio Jones, because receivers feed off of catches. That's their fuel, and that's also their affirmation. And he hasn't been getting much of that in this game, and their team is losing, and he wants to have a better effect on the game.
Just the first connection, Ryan to Jones there. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Tannehill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Eagles will take over possession here up at the 44.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The offense on third down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They're looking at third and the nose of the football. They'll try to run for the first with Henry.
And this is going to be a Titans first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
110 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Working with a 2nd and 4.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And taking it across midfield by the 40.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On first down, Henry able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day on this.
They'll get their receiver involved here. It's Brown. And some room to maneuver. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Titans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Bullet good on the extra point. And the lead is down to 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From just inside the 20, a short kick.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory
as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards.
They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
136 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
After the run, Tannehill going to throw. And this one's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Tannehill.
And he'll get this underneath to Henry.
And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Derrick Henry. And he's got room. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
On the end around, this is Julio Jones. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Eagles, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for the Titans, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now on the year. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.